If you live in America, chances are you've attended a school dance. Prom, homecoming, winter formal, just an excuse to dress up and dance with your crush. Oh man, at my prom, we had adults walking around with a ruler to make sure all the kids were 12 inches apart, which is good. You don't want people grinding up on each other because that would be gross and creepy. So today, we're talking school dances on this episode of The Brighter Side. Yay! 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 We were discussing songs, and we have been singing, and I'm leaving, please believe it, and it's just in our heads. Yeah. It's going to be living in there laying eggs like a worm for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Gosh, I mean, if only I knew about any subject as much as I have memorized song lyrics.
Oh, yeah, you know? 90s, early 2000s song lyrics. They're just deep. I've gotten rid of a lot of other files. But
Did you guys have the Casey and JoJo? How does it go?
Oh, yeah.
All my life.
Someone like you.
And that was just dancing like this.
Slow dancing with someone that you're never going to see again.
The BO is insane.
If I could go back and tell myself, like, stuff in high school, it'd be like, you're probably never going to see more than half of these people.
Yeah, and
you're
again. So in your head about, oh my God, like, I embarrassed myself in front of Stacy. Well, in a few years, you're not going to remember who they are.
And Stacy ain't going to remember you.
No.
That's true. You know, I just remember the rush of having that slow dance. Like, that first slow dance. Like, I just remember my first slow dance. It was.
You remember the first one?
I remember the first one. It was in 6th grade.
Girl.
Whoa. And it was like, I know, right? Seems a little early. But we were apart. Nobody's were actually touching. Right. I mean, hands were touching shoulders, but that was about it. But his name was Alex, and he was a skater. Ooh. And
he was a skater, bye. He'll tell you later, bye.
I held on to that memory and that thought like for the entire spring semester. Like, it was just like I was running on pure slow dancing with Alex adrenaline.
You had that like sense memory of like, would you go home and like replay it in your head, in your room?
Yeah, not even home. Like, when it was in between classes, I'd be like, there he is. I mean, he never talked to me again. Like,
really?
Yeah. He just, he got it.
He's a skater.
He got what he wanted.
Going on. Yeah.
He got what he wanted.
Used and thrown away. One slow dance.
I'm trying to remember a lot of like fun memories because this is a Brighter Side podcast about a school dance. And I have one that seems negative, but I think is positive in the end.
Let's try.
So I was in 8th grade, and they had this like 8th grade formal end of the year dance. And I remember I was at home, and I moved around a lot as a kid. Like, I was really nerdy and weird, and I was at home in like a t-shirt and shorts or whatever, and I pulled out this fake sword, this imaginary sword, and I'm in my living room just like, back, you demon, back, get out of here. And my mother, she was like a head cheerleader in high school, so she walks in and sees me, and she's like, Amber, get some pants on, get in the car, we're going to go to the grocery store. So I was like, okay. So I put on some like whatever pants, and then we get in there, and she pulls up to the school, and she says, get out of the car. And everybody's like in their formal outfit. And I'm like,
Amber, this sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, this sounds like a nightmare you'd wake up and I'm like,
This is like a classic, like, everyone's naked. Everyone's naked but me, or I'm naked and everyone has clothes on.
You're naked and everyone has clothes on.
Oh, right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's bad. It was really bad. And so I'm like, I'm like screaming, crying in like, not even street clothes, like house clothes, just like gross. I thought I was going to the grocery store.
Right.
And
what about the bread?
But the bread. She needs milk and bread.
Put a dress on you?
I don't know. It's really weird because she could just be like, get dressed for the grocery. I don't know. But and then so she makes me get out of the car. I'm crying. And my bully sees me and then just starts laughing. This is the same girl that like threw a locust at my face and called me an ugly bitch.
Stop.
So I'm like not doing good. I'm not doing good at the school. And she's like, go make friends. And then she just drives off.
Oh my God, Amber.
So this is like, oh my God, that's so sad. But what ends up happening is I do make friends. They're not the kind of friends that she wanted. Like, of course, the captain of the football team is not going to come talk to me. Like, who ends up talking to me is...
I don't know. That could be like an early 2000s rom-com.
Yeah, it could be like 10 things I hate about you.
She's hot.
Yeah.
Take off my glasses.
But I end up making friends with this guy who says he's 8th grade. He's like, I'm a warlock and I can blend into the walls and no one can see me.
Great.
And definitely the Cookie Monster pajama girl.
Yeah.
And
Cookie Monster. Wait, these were people at your dance.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
She was wearing a Cookie
we had
Monster
one of those.
pajama.
yes,
Yeah,
she
we
didn't
had one of
wear
those.
Cookie Monster pajamas at the dance.
But,
She's
like-
still dressed nice. But yeah, it's the girl that like she wears Cookie Monster pajamas all the time.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
little rough and tumble. She had like red, like bright red stick-ins in her hair. And a guy that would draw Sailor Moon. He was like a young gay black guy who would be like, do you know Sailor Moon? And I'm like, no, show me, tell me about her. But that was my crew. And
That sounds like the crew you should have been with.
I think so the whole time. So I
Yeah.
did make friends, and they did like save me from socially drowning that year, but it wasn't the popular crew.
Yeah.
But I did go make friends.
Who made friends with the popular crew?
I was the loser of the popular crew. I kind of think so. I don't even know. Like my school, I went to an all girls high school. So
Rough.
there really wasn't like much variation. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You were either an athlete,
Right.
you were in theater, but we all kind of looked the same.
Did you wear
Right.
uniforms?
You know? Yeah,
or-
we had uniforms.
That's good. That takes
You know?
away a little bullying.
Yeah. So like it wasn't.
I went to a different school every year. I went from 2nd grade to 9th grade. I went to a different school every year.
Yeah, it's
and
rough.
It's rough. It's
Seriously?
rough. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so it's hard to make friends.
Yeah.
And also school dances though felt like this is my chance, you know, like I'm going to have a social interaction that I'm going to think about for the rest of the year. Like it just felt like this is the one night where everything's going to happen, you know? And that
Oh,
puts-
magical stars.
Magical star.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't have a Cookie Monster pajama girl, but I had a Batman costume boy. So like after Halloween, he wore his Batman costume to school.
They're
just kind of
friends.
like they.
Oh
they
my
I
gosh.
think they got married. Yeah.
And they had a conservative child.
Yeah.
Watch that happen.
We had we had a girl who was like really into horses.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Horse
I think
girl.
that was the thing is like my school. It was like the grade schools all had feeder high school, so it was like everyone I went to grade school with, those same girls I went to high school with.
Wow.
Maybe one or two people went to different schools, but
gosh.
I really like saw the same people.
That's so cool.
Grade
That's
school,
cool.
first
That's-
through 8th through senior year.
But what's it like? Because when you move around a lot, say you like piss your pants in 3rd grade,
Oh,
no
I
one's
did.
going to know in 4th grade.
Yeah,
but
no one knows. No one remembers that.
Yeah.
They,
Isn't
they
that
weren't
crazy?
there.
But if
I
you
think
stick
about this all the
around-
time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think maybe 3rd or 4th grade, I definitely peed my pants in class. I think I was really afraid. Sorry, we're derailing from school dances.
That's
fine.
okay.
I was so afraid to like raise my hand or like ask to go to the bathroom. So I peed my pants like multiple times.
Aw.
In
Did
they
grade
still
school.
remember that in
Once
high school, though?
church. No,
They
but
forget.
I don't even remember like people I was in. I never got made fun of for it. Do you know what I mean?
That's good.
Wow, you were
Like-
around some nice people.
either that, or
yeah, exactly. Pissy pants.
or the other thing I thought was like maybe everybody was peeing their pants and they were like, "Do not make fun of her." It could have been you, you know,
Yeah.
kind of a
That's
situation.
nice.
That's sweet.
So
Yeah.
you were
Yeah.
obviously an athlete in high school because you're very
Yeah.
strong, and you were almost poached for the Olympics for rowing, right?
In college. In
Truly.
college,
Yes. Flex for the camera for us.
Yeah.
whatever.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, I remember when I went to quit rowing, I was like, I just can't get up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. anymore and do this. And my coach was like, I've been talking to the Olympic coach about you. And I'm
my
like,
God.
I'm so sorry. Can I keep the sweatpants?
Wow. Go
Yeah.
back there and join the Olympics.
Wow, what a different life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do sports in high school?
I was in marching band.
Oh, that's right.
Fun.
Yeah.
And if
Band parties were crazy, right?
Band was a lot of fun. Apparently people were hooking up, not me. I do have a joke about how like I didn't know people like how masturbation works, and I thought you like beat your meat like at OG Money. Like I thought you slapped it around, and they all just pointed, laughed at me, and like imagine how dumb you have to be for the marching band to laugh at you. But they
Wait, what did you play?
clarinet first
Oh,
chair.
Fun.
Do you still play?
Wow.
No, I should though. I should get back into
Yeah.
it. Our mascot, it used to be the devil, but then the Christian parents got really up in arms about that. So then they wanted to make it the flaming F.
Oh.
So our
wow.
mascot was a flaming F.
Stop it.
Like the letter F?
Like a big letter F with
With
flames,
flames
around it.
and-
Wow.
Oh my
Yeah.
What did the F stand for?
Did you have cheers? Here we go, F. Here we go. Flame the F.
I mean, they couldn't just go with like, I don't know, like an eagle or a tiger.
Yeah,
I don't know.
any
Or-
type of animal.
It's Franklinton. Yeah, they were flaming F.
That's right.
Flamin' F,
Didn't you guys make dog food? That should have been just a golden retriever. Should have been your mascot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a big dog food mill, and the next town over was a paper mill. And the paper mill smelled worse, actually.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
stink.
They stink really
stink,
bad. But
yeah.
there was a big heated rivalry, and they're like, "Don't you get us?" Because I remember just moving to the town, and I was like, "Is this Bogalusa?" Like, it's Franklinton. They do the paper mill. We do the dog food mill, and you get it right.
That's so
like, okay,
funny.
sorry.
I wonder what that has evolved into today.
All these little towns have those beefs. All little
Yeah,
towns have beefs.
yeah.
I did sports in high school for like the first half of freshman year, and then I learned that everyone in theater was smoking cigarettes, and I was like, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go hang out with the techies and smoke
Really?
cigarettes. Yeah.
Did
So
you
then-
audition for plays?
Oh yeah, I auditioned for plays, and then I would be in plays sometimes. But honestly, I just wanted to be. I wanted the life of a techie. I wanted to wear all black, and I wanted to kind of like silently judge people and smoke cigarettes. You know, like I was
You
like,
wanted to
that's
be
what I
invited to
wanted.
the after parties. all
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah. So I would sometimes do plays and sometimes be a techie.
I don't picture you in all black. You're very sunshiny.
Oh my gosh,
big,
thank you.
gorgeous blonde hair.
Oh, big, gorgeous blonde hair. Well, you know, high school's all about experimenting with
Right.
with identities, and so I didn't have big, gorgeous blonde hair because I shaved my head.
What?
And I was
You shaved
Full
your
on
head?
shaved your head?
I shaved. I had like bangs and like little side parts I would tuck behind my ears.
And then everything else was shaved.
Not to the skin, but like that much.
Oh, okay.
And then I also had bihawks at one point that I would sometimes spike up. I had
Ashley.
bangs and bihawks. I'm going to show you guys a picture after this.
Okay.
And it's terrifying.
Can we put it on social media?
Absolutely not.
Please.
It is something I keep to myself. You know, I wish I had pictures of my high school years. I wish I had
Same.
pictures of early
Yeah.
New York years.
Yeah.
But they're like, I guess they're at one of my parents' house somewhere.
Yeah.
But no one's going to be able to find them. Who knows what happened to them?
I guess we all thought like, oh, this is it. Why do I have to take a picture of this moment?
Except
Yeah.
like we took, I think we had a lot of like disposable cameras.
Yeah.
The photos never really came out that good. Like I was looking for old dance photos to bring here and show you guys. And I found one. It's like me with a group of girls. You can't really see what I was wearing
Yeah.
or anything like that. But
I remember having pictures, but I don't know where they went. Like some point from high school to college to New York to Los Angeles, all of them like moving around.
Yeah.
You know, at one point in New York, I didn't really have an apartment. I was just like staying on someone's couch for 4 months. So it's like, who knows where these albums went? I have no idea.
Right,
Yeah.
but that's also with digital media too. Because
Yeah.
I know I took a picture of this a few years ago, and
Yeah.
it's just like at the bottom of your camera roll.
yeah,
I know.
well,
Between,
also
like,
we like
food
sit
and-
there and like overanalyze posting that you're like, I'm just not even going to post anything.
Yeah, but
know?
at least kids now have Facebook, and they post their
Yeah.
pictures up. They can go look at it. They didn't lose their pictures when they were sleeping on Irene's couch in 2012. Yeah.
Right. So tell us, because you're a
Yeah.
school teacher, what
Yeah.
are some of the trends now? You mentioned before that there's no dances anymore.
Well, at my school, we don't have a dance. So we haven't had a dance for like the past 2 years. It's a really small school. So I think that has something to do with it. But I was asking them today, I was like, are other schools having dances? And like all of the kids were like, what? And I was like, like in like a basketball gymnasium and like you hire like someone's dad to play music. And, and they were like, oh, yeah, I don't think they do those really since like the pandemic. So
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
I don't know
Man.
if they're happening elsewhere and like my students just don't know about it
Yeah.
or what. But my school, the first year I was there, they had a dance, but it was more like a hangout, and they made it a casino hangout. So each table had like some sort of activity you could do, and you had chips that you could like turn in for like little prizes, like
I don't like
fidget
the
spinners
gambling.
and stuff. Amber doesn't want the youth to be
get it out
corrupted.
here.
Amber said, "Don't you dare corrupt the youth."
It's only because gambling is everywhere. I
Yeah.
hate it. And then, like, you
Yeah.
can also gamble on wars. Like, get it out of here.
Yeah, get it out of here.
God, but I love it's fun. It is
You
fun.
love a little blackjack?
I love
what's your game?
it.
What's
yeah.
your game?
I mean, I love a little blackjack.
Love
I love a little
blackjack.
poker. I love going to a race. So,
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
I've never been to a race.
Oh yeah.
They got
Let's
him
go.
in Santa Clarita, Santa Ana. Mm-hmm. I went to one, did a little bit of cocaine.
yeah, you did.
That was fun doing cocaine in the bathroom and then betting on a horse. I
Oh
felt
my
like a man.
gosh.
Exactly. And that's why we gamble to feel like
Put it
men.
all on red.
Yeah.
I think I spent like $5 and I felt like I was lost it all, but I
Yeah.
felt,
Yeah, there's a surge immediately where you're like, I'm powerful. Yeah, I have money and I spend it on animals. Yeah, bet on animals.
But I don't condone horseback
Horseback
I don't condone.
racing.
I don't condone horse gambling because don't the horses get beaten and whatever?
Yeah, it's wrong. Any sort of thing. Anytime humans intervene with animals and are making money off of them, it's usually bad.
Right.
Yeah, there's probably something that's being abused.
I just had
Yeah.
a cokehead invite me. And what are you going to do? Say
Hey, what
no?
are you gonna do?
Wow, that cokehead had their shit together if they were inviting you to the races.
So are there like trends? I know you said there's no dancing really since the pandemic, but are there like prom dress trends from other schools or what?
The thing that this is making me think of is like, so I was in a sorority in college, and some universities, your sorority would be very small. But other ones like the University of Kentucky, it's like huge. So like when I talked to, we're going to be in Cincinnati next weekend, my cousin was like, I can't get together because it's prom. And so like her daughter is having her big prom night and they're doing a bunch of stuff.
Nice.
So I feel like maybe like there are some areas where prom is huge.
Yeah, I mean, we should not take what my kids said as verbatim for Los Angeles. Like, it could just be the pool of, what I'm working with. It is very small. It's very small.
Yeah,
But,
I mean those TikToks that I sent you guys. When you look on social media, there's the trend of like prom transitions, which is like they go from the couple is like dressed in normal clothes, and then they do a thing in front of the camera, and then they transition to being dressed up.
Let's talk about doing the thing because
Yeah.
Julie sent us these TikToks and I feel again like a prude and I don't want to be a prude. Again, I did coke at the horse tracks. But they are 16, 15 years old and the transitions are like she's having sex with him from the back, like mimicking it, like penetrating him, and then like all of a sudden they're dressed up. Or the other one was the transition was
It's just so funny.
we're blowing each other, we're fucking each other, and then now they're in a dress, and I'm like, get these kids Jesus.
Julie sent us some fucked up TikToks.
Right?
And
The kids are doing crazy things.
I like it.
immediately I was like, arrest the children. Like, it's not right. Yeah, it's just like what happened to like a little corsage. Is that what those are? What are those called?
Yeah,
Corsage?
you give them a little corsage. You take like me and like the few dances I went to, the guy I would take. I took the same guy all the time because he was just his name was Chris Gibson, but we all called him Goobs. Because he was just really funny and goofy, and I was always dating other really weirdo like guys that I don't think wanted to go to dances with me. But
Goobs was in love with
But
you.
Goobs was great. I saw him at a gas station a few years ago, and I was like, Goobs! And he was like, hey.
Is
I
he
don't
married?
think he
Does
liked
kids or
I think he was a chef. I think he's
So
Was he
single.
married or have kids? I think he was a chef.
I think he's a
Okay.
chef somewhere.
Understood. Yeah,
I don't know. But we would always take like funny photos. Our photo was always goofy instead of like, him like standing behind me
Right.
awkwardly.
Yeah.
But yeah, now
Dudes
it's like
loved you.
it's excelled from fun photos to just extreme social media clips.
Gosh, yeah, it really was upsetting. I saw those videos you sent last night, and
like
I was
it.
like, I'm supposed to go to bed now? Like, what's going
no,
on?
and I don't like feeling old. I don't want to feel old, but it's like stop. I wish these 15-year-olds would not peg him in the ass. This is crazy.
My question is like, does their family see that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When you were researching prom transitions,
Yeah.
specifically this YouTube sort of or TikTok algorithm, were there other transitions? Like,
Yeah,
was
yeah,
it like
yeah.
stepping in a car and stepping out of a car?
There was some like that. There was
Okay.
one where like the couple, the guy went to grab the girl and then he dropped her, and then they transitioned to like as she rolled and stood up, she was like in something else.
Oh, that's normal.
Yeah,
we
they
like
were
that.
like-
You should have sent us that.
I know, but I'm sorry. The other ones were like, "What are they doing?
Right.
This is what's happening."
Right, because I was just like, euphoria is real.
Except like we were probably, there was probably shit we were doing back in the day that
Oh, yeah. There was definitely,
That
I
I'm
knew
sure-
a girl, because I went to a rave. I didn't do any drugs, but because I was too scared. But it was at a rave in a like in a barn in the middle of the woods. And there was somebody drew a devil with glow in the dark spray paint. And we were all like dancing around. And then one of my girlfriends, she had this like mini skirt on that was like leopard print, and her eyes rolled back in her head, and they just like whisked her away. She's now married to a doctor.
Wow.
So
That's all it
Great.
takes. That's all
That's
you
all it
got to
takes.
do.
Yeah.
I knew a lot of those girls. It's honestly like the girls that were the wildest in high school, like got married and had kids pretty early on.
Isn't that like a thing about nurses? Where nurses are like crazy wild party girls, and then they marry a doctor
I feel like I've
or
heard that.
something like that, and settle down.
They gotta let
Good
loose.
for them.
Now, I never had a traditional prom dress. So, like, the first time I went to prom, I dressed up in, like, a suit and, like, a long black tie, and, like, I wore a fedora.
They let you do that?
Yeah, they let me do that. I was in a liberal part of North Carolina, believe it or not. The one place in North Carolina that would allow such a thing, Chapel Hill. And so, yeah, I dressed up in a suit. I was dressing like I had suspenders, kind of like a rude boy, like a ska influenced rude boy. And then the third time I went, I remember I had on like a Marilyn Monroe cherry print, like 50s dress. I never had the traditional dress. And I really wanted one. And I just never, like, I think my parents were always like, wait, you're going to the what? And I'd be like, I'm going to the prom with my friends. And they'd be like, okay, but you're not like a prom person. So no one ever insisted I go get a dress.
Oh my God, I loved it.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, tell me about your dress.
So there are two dresses that I remember. One was strapless, this like kind of, what do they call it, where it's like it comes in right here and then it's long and flowing.
Oh yeah,
It was
like an empire
waist, strapless, light purple. And then this other one, I was very flat chested in high school. Like,
You're a child. You should be.
for sure.
Yeah.
But everyone else around me had like, I didn't get my period until I was like 18. So like everyone else was filling out their dresses and I wasn't. And then a friend of mine was like, let me help you out. And she helped me buy a water bra. Literally.
I remember the water bras.
This like
Yeah.
20 I was wearing weighted vests when I was in high school in the form of water bras.
Wow.
And so there was one dress I really loved, but I couldn't, like it was backless. And so I wouldn't have been able to wear my water bra with it. And I was like, Mom, I need you to alter this dress. And she was like, how? I was like, I have to be able to wear a normal bra with this. And so she like cut a piece of like the inseam and like sewed it across, just straight across the back. So like I could wear a regular bra with it.
Wow.
But it was so fun. You would go with like a group of people. You'd all go to like Macy's, and because you wanted your friends to go with you so that nobody got the same dress. Because, at the time it was like there was only so many dresses. Only so many places you could buy dresses.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always had a hard time finding ones that were long enough, and and then then the 2-piece dresses became a thing where it was kind of like, it looked like just kind of like a handkerchief around the top, and then it was like a high-waisted dress, skirt. Yeah, God,
Those
I
were
loved
fun.
trying them all on. I would try them all on. We'd go for hours. It was great.
That
sounds
sounds incredible.
fun.
Yeah, but then also like
Why didn't we do that?
I couldn't do heels either. So like I would always wear Converse shoes, like
That's
flat
comfortable.
top Converse shoes,
Yeah.
or no heel shoes.
I mean, that's cool. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wearing
it's
Converse.
girlhood. It's
Girlhood,
sweet, right?
Oh,
really
and then
sweet.
you go and you get your hair done, and you see other girls from school that are there that are also getting their hair done, and
There's one salon in town.
yes,
Very
the
packed
same
out
place.
that day.
Everyone's packed.
I'm gonna need you to make a reservation, honey.
yes, yeah.
Did you ever see the Babysitter Club movie that came out in the 90s?
No.
With Alex Mack. Did you see this? Do you remember
No.
this? Whenever I think of your childhood, I think of that movie. Like your youth.
It
feels so incredible and just like
It's
like
funny, like hearing you guys talk about your youth. I'm just like, wow, I was like complete opposite end of the spectrum.
yeah.
But we're here now.
Yeah,
we're
I mean,
not-
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. It's fun.
Yeah, there's no good or bad. It's
Right, right,
fascinating.
right.
And
Yeah.
I also I'm a little envious, to be completely honest.
Really? I'm so
Yeah.
envious
Little
of you
envious
guys.
No.
No,
I mean, the fun and excitement of going to a dance is also wrapped up in the like actual social anxiety and like terror of like, is anyone going to talk to me? Is anyone going to dance with me? Like, you're talking to this friend here and other people are over there talking and you're like, are they talking about us? Why are they pointing over here? Like,
Kids are mean.
are the boy, will the boy dance with you? Like,
Yeah, kids are mean though.
kids are mean,
They
but,
can be nice.
but yeah, then the electric slide comes on and you're like, dun the book, dun, dun, dun,
Oh
dun,
my
dun,
God.
dun, and everybody gets on the in step together and it's great.
The thrill of dancing the same dance with
Yes.
a bunch of people.
Oh, God, it really is.
It's a certain type of high.
It is.
Yeah. where it's like we're all in sync and we all feel the music.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
some of us are making mistakes, and that's okay because we're trying.
Yeah. And there was a guy named Mickey. So anytime we were at a dance, we would make them play, and he was very cute. We would make them play, "Oh, Mickey, You're So Fine," and then like 30 women or young girls would just surround this boy and just be like, "Oh, Mickey, you're so fine, you're so fine, you're fine," and he'd be like, "I hate this."
Wait, but you said you
all
went
the
to an
time.
all-girls school, so how would the dances work?
So Cincinnati is like a collection of all girls and all boys high schools. And so when you meet someone from Cincinnati, you immediately ask them, what high school did you go to? And you really kind of know a lot about them.
Is there like a bad boy high school?
Yeah.
Where they all have skateboards and like joints or...
Well, you just know, like, if you were in the same circles, kind of a thing. Like, there's schools that I'd be like, if somebody told me they were from, I'd probably think they were douchey or an asshole or something.
Yeah, like that's the preppy school.
Yeah, or like, oh wow, they, they're too good.
What's your school's reputation?
Not the best, I don't think.
Okay.
My parents really wanted me to go to the school my sister went, which was very like, I don't know, preppy.
That sounds like a
High,
little too
like
intense.
too, like very expensive to go to, and I was like, this is too, this isn't my vibe.
Yeah, it seems like everybody wakes up at 4 a.m. and they're all like competition is healthy. And it's like, ugh, get the fuck away from me.
But it is, Amber.
Competition is healthy.
Wait, but how did the dances happen?
So like we would have a prom. We didn't have like prom court, prom queen, king, whatever.
Yeah.
But like the all boys school did. So like the boys school, that was kind of like our counterpart, I guess. Because they had football games, maybe that's why they had like
so
a prom
there would
court.
be a king but no queen.
No, there would be a queen,
Oh,
and it was just his date. Whoever
Oh.
whoever his date was.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have another sad story.
Let's hear it.
You ready for another sad story?
Yeah.
So in 7th grade, so this is a different story than the 8th grade dance where
Yeah.
Mama was like, get in the car. This is a whole different year. If you had perfect attendance, you were class queen. And then you were like crowned at that dance, like the end of the year dance. So what they did was it was me and this other girl, and you're supposed to go hide in the closet, and the class votes on who is class queen. So me and this other girl are in the closet. Teacher did not like me. And he's like, all right, girls, come out. And we come out, and he says, so it's going to be Beth. It's not you, Amber. No one voted for you.
That's so, oh my God. That is so mean.
That is so, he was a 40-year-old man. Like, I'm trying to imagine me saying that to a 7th grader.
No, you would
insane.
never.
I would never.
No, you would be like, it was a really close call.
Really close call,
Yeah.
but, perfect attendance next year.
Right. We had to do a recount.
Who does that?
Yeah. No one voted for you.
Or like, this doesn't really matter anyway. It's fine.
And also, like, being not liking a 7th grader is it's
weird.
Like, it's strange. It's very strange. Yeah.
It's really weird. Honestly, anybody under 30, I'm just like, have a good day at school. Right? What do you mean? I'm 29. Like, what do you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do your best.
Do your best. You
I
got
believe
it.
in you.
You got it, babe.
Yeah.
No
Wow.
one voted for you.
God,
one
it's so
voted for
funny.
you.
I do remember. Okay, so the prom that my school put on, I was a part of the group that was helping plan it, and like you got like everybody who came to the dance got a little like party favor. I think we did like a glass like with that was engraved with like Macaulay prom.
Oh, wow.
Whenever it was 2002, and you did like the balloons and the decorations, blah blah blah. And I remember there was the teacher who was like in charge of coordinating all of us together. I had gotten decorations and I submitted my receipts, and I had accidentally, it was totally an accident, I had accidentally included like a receipt for like the Gap or something. And she pulled me aside afterward and she was like, I know what you're trying to do. Like, I know you were trying to like make some money off of all of this. We're going to have to go through everything you did again. And like, she got really weird about it. And you're just like, it was an accident. Receipts, they all fucking look the same. I handed you a pile of receipts.
This is my problem with teachers as a teacher is that with children are better than us. I really like adults are something's happened to adults. Children,
So jaded.
They're so, children have, for the most part, the best intentions. And so when you're interacting with a child, you should assume that they have the best intentions and that mistakes are made. And so to just assume you were trying to pull a fast one, the fact that her brain went there, it's like she was miserable. You know what I mean?
Right. Like,
Well, I
what
think about that
teenager's
with-
doing that?
Yeah, this teacher that was just like, no one voted for you, Amber.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
misery.
what weird thing is he dealing with that he's taking something out on you?
He told us in one, like, you know how teachers sometimes go on a tangent and you're like, remember it, but I don't remember numbers or whatever you're supposed to teach me. But he was like, you never get a hotel room under $100. So I'm like in 7th grade, like, never get a hotel room under $100. Oh man, but yeah, why would she just assume that you're committing accounting
I
fraud?
don't know. And then we just I didn't get along well with my teachers.
You got to assume that they
really.
You got best intentions.
Yeah.
Assume the best intentions.
There was a handful of teachers that I really liked, but for the most part, yeah, they had beef.
Yeah.
Why? Why, Ashley?
I don't know. I really liked my teachers, even though they did report me to the principal a lot for smoking in the bathroom and other things I would do. But I'd still be like,
You were so cool.
was
Bad.
Wow. I was really bad. We won't get into everything, but I really loved my teachers. I never really had beef with teachers, but I would be like, Miss Allen, come on, please don't tell them, like if they found me doing something. And then what was your question? What are teachers? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just being facetious.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I think about it every day, actually. Like
Being a teacher?
well, just like with teachers who seem, 'cause occasionally you come across a teacher who doesn't seem to like kids, and you're just like, what's going on here?
Now, why do this job?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Unless they got into it for pure intentions, and then slowly it was like, oh, your paycheck is going to be fucked, and then there's no school supplies. Actually, like, no summer vacation.
But you still like the kids. You just don't like the system,
Yeah.
Like, everything around teaching is bad except for the kids. Like, Anyway, I should stop talking about teaching.
Also, okay, so my school, our classrooms probably had about 25 to 30 kids per classroom, and like maybe 160 per grade. 160, 180.
kids?
I think there were 180 girls in my graduating high school class.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a small class.
Yeah.
Is that small?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was 300 in my graduating class.
Whoa.
How many
Yeah,
do
we
you
had
have?
about that many.
Yeah,
I
think
thought you
1,200
guys were
in high
about to be
school.
like, that's a lot.
I mean, it's a lot for the school I teach at now, but yeah. Speaking of pictures that I wish I still had and smoking in the bathroom, there was a group of us girls who smoked in the bathroom. And it was so fun because we had our little group of weirdos, and then there would be the other group of kind of more I don't know. We were just, there's different groups of bad girls who would smoke in the bathroom. And our little group, the little weirdos, we all wore Doc Martens. And one day we took a picture of the toilet with all of our Doc Martens, around the toilet, and all of our cigarette butts in the toilet. And I just wish I had that, man. Where's that picture at?
Well, in the future, you'll be able to be like, boop, boop, where is it?
Yeah.
And it'll come up right here.
I think when I go to heaven, I'm going to be like, God, where's that picture?
You tell me where that is.
Show me that picture.
We had a bad group of kids called the Happy Tree Kids. And there was one tree in the courtyard, and they would all hang out there with long trench coats and
Pre-Columbine?
Columbine happened, and I
This is
remember
post-Columbine.
Whoa.
Yeah, so this is right before Columbine. They would always hang out there, and it was just all the misfits. And there was in high school, and then Columbine happened, and I remember right before you could bring your gun to school. You could bring it, but the principal, she'd make an intercom and she'd be like, just make sure to leave it in your car. Don't put it in your locker.
Whoa.
And then Columbine happened, and then it had to be this big, sorry you can't bring your gun to school. And then people were like, but what about doe season? Because I grew up in the country. And people went all amok.
Doe season.
And then the Happy Tree Kids, they were threatening to come to school with guns to kill everybody. And then we had to lock it down. I think they cut the tree down. I think it got that bad.
Wow. So wait, the only victim was the tree?
Poor tree.
Because they were we don't want a place for you to even congregate.
Wow.
Fuck you. And they
Gosh.
cut the tree down.
Gosh, wearing a trench coat to school post-Columbine is a real choice.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice.
Did you have an after party?
After Columbine?
No. So like, what did they wear to the after party? No, like for your school dance.
Yeah, but it wasn't like the whole school. It would be like
yeah.
it would be like a small little group at a house.
Yeah,
or
we
something
didn't.
Like that.
There wasn't like. I remember like there'd be other schools where you would, or even like on TV shows, you'd see like the after school party is at this place or that place, and I think Ed's situation was like there was an organized school after party somewhere.
Oh, Ed was like the king of his high school.
Oh my gosh!
If he was on the show right now, I'd be like, it was great. I
The
was king here.
stories he tells about his school experience. Barely ever went to school, got along great with his teachers, got passing grades just because they liked him. Like, it's crazy. I'm like, you
No.
little shit. He was like king of the school.
King of the school. I wore a t-shirt with a dragon on it one day, and it got around. And then my mother came to the school, and she's like, take it off. And I had to go dig around.
It got around?
It got
Wow.
around like that quick. And then I had to go
gosh.
dig through this box. Because, the principal always had like a box of just like clothes or whatever.
Yeah,
And I just had
if
to wear
you
this.
puke on yourself,
If you puke on yourself.
or little pissy pants,
Or little pissy pants over here, little pissy pants over here.
Pissy pants.
So I had to wear this. I mean, it's something I would wear now. Is like big shoulders and like polka dots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't want to wear that as ninth
No,
grade.
no.
You don't.
But also, like,
It's a shirt with a dragon on it.
Sure with a dragon.
They freaked the fuck
Wow,
out.
that's
So
so different. My school, like, I feel like all the artsy, weird kids, like, we were respected and treated well. Yeah, so different than that. I mean, I did grow up in a really liberal town. Like, we had like a gay straight alliance every Wednesday.
Really?
That we would
Oh,
meet
like
at. Yeah.
back then? Wow.
Yeah, back then.
I don't know.
In the
like,
1800s?
70 years ago.
when I was in high school at this all girls school, there was one girl like my senior year who she came out as lesbian, and everyone was like, "Ugh, Maria, you just can't get a boyfriend." That was like my only experience
Whoa.
with somebody coming out as gay in high school.
Wow.
Horrible experience.
People thought a lesbian because
Horrible.
you couldn't get a boyfriend and not because like, no,
Yeah.
I'm just attracted to
Oh
women.
my gosh. I
Yeah.
grew up in a liberal mecca listening to
That's
you
crazy.
two. I mean, the prom that I went to where I was dressed as a rude boy, I went with my friend who was a girl.
Great.
Yeah. What would have happened there? You would have been sent home. Your mom would have put you in some pants and dropped you off at Sears. Made
Killed
you think
me.
about
Yeah.
your sins.
There was a lesbian couple that went to my prom, to our proms, not mine. And I remember it being like the first time they were like allowed because the year before they couldn't do it. But then the principal was like, okay, you can this year. And it was like
Yeah.
a big deal.
I mean, I think it's very common for just girlfriends to go together. There's even just friends.
No, this was like a lesbian couple.
But,
They
yeah.
would like make out in the cafeteria. But they were like cool. Like everybody was cool with them. It was just the adults.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Like again with the adults being
Yeah.
like, now you can't go to prom with another girl.
Adults are the worst part.
They
Right?
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like my reaction to you being just me saying like back then is
Yeah.
like because and I think this is why like certain things like I get really emotional when you see stuff like that now, like kids who are able to or just do have the resources that like didn't exist for my
Right.
community or the
Yeah.
school I went to.
It happens.
Is because like there was no safe space in my high school.
Well, you went to a religious school, and
Yeah.
then you were stuck in the 1800s.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was in like Carborough, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, which Jesse Helms like famously said, "Who needs a North Carolina zoo when you can just put a fence up around Carborough?" So I was in like we had like a gay mayor in the late 90s. It was
Whoa.
a very like liberal, modern place.
I have an older gay brother who Gen X, and he said that in high school, even all the way up until high school, when he went to get dental surgery, he said no to the morphine and anesthesia because he didn't want to go under and then come up being like, I like boys. And that was apparently very common in that time period. So to go from like, 2 generations from like, I'm afraid to get gas because I'm going to admit to my father that I'm gay and I don't know what he's going to do to me, to like 2 generations later, you have a space to come out and talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
And I hope we continue moving forward and not, I think, a lot of kids I don't want to say they don't know how good they have it, but I'd say a lot of the conservative youth, the like Trump supporters, you don't know how good you have it. Like it was so different even 2 generations ago.
I think like every generation looks at the younger generation and says like, you don't know. I mean, the joke for our generation was our parents being like, well, we used to have to walk, uphill both ways to
Right.
get to school, blah, 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 you know? And
My grandparents didn't have electricity.
yeah.
They just didn't. They had an outhouse. So
Yeah.
things happen. They happen.
Yeah,
Under
I mean,
rate.
it's hard to see how things have progressed and gotten better because there's still always stuff that needs to change and always needs to get better.
Right. And they, my grandparents.
True. Yeah, because
It's true.
you're saying like we are so focused on what needs to change, we forget to appreciate what has changed.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people like my grandparents, they had so much abuse and trauma that they didn't know about. They were all beating the fuck out of each other. I don't know about you guys' grandparents. So they were focused on like, how do we get food today? And now that we have food today, it's like, okay, so what if we gave people a space to feel comfortable? What if we let kids talk about boundaries? And
Yeah.
they just didn't go back in 1950 and tell people about boundaries and be like, what are you talking about?
So
Yeah.
what you're saying is the class system in America is
Yeah.
at the root
So,
of
let's
all
get to
oppression.
I think so.
That's how I feel.
I think so.
Yeah.
And this relates to school dances because school dances started in the 1800s.
They did start. I saw that. And you know
Yes.
what? You mentioned something a little while ago about television. What did you say about TV? Something about school dance
Oh,
on
like when
TV?
you see school dances on TV.
Oh my God, that is all I wanted. Do you remember the Saved by the Bell
Yes,
episode where Kelly and Zach kiss? They had their
Yes.
first kiss at the end of the school dance, and I just really thought that was going to be my future.
Yeah.
And I still as someone who didn't really experience it ever in a traditional way, I still use it as a trope in writing all of the time, like a school dance, because it's just that it feels like such a pivotal coming of age moment.
Yeah.
But that episode was big. Do you
That was
remember
big.
Saved
Also,
by the Bell?
like Dawson's Creek episode when like Joey and Dawson go together.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
It's so funny. Like the dance started as like, or they, these promenades, whatever, they started in the 1800s as like a marker for the first time that kids would dress up.
Right, and it was supposed to
Right.
teach you good social manners and stuff.
Which you need. There's
Yeah.
social manners, and it's called the art of conversation. Because you go to these
Yeah.
dances and talk
Yeah,
and
yeah,
dance,
yeah.
and you want to listen to somebody and respond to what they say, and not just steamroll everybody.
Yeah. I do wish we had God, I love getting dressed up and going dancing.
I know.
Yeah.
I
I
was
don't
about
want to
to
go to
say-
a club. I want to go with my friends
Yeah.
to a room with a DJ, good lighting, and
Just women.
dance. Just women. A select few men.
yeah.
Adam can come too.
Adam, you can come.
We can make that a thing.
Yeah.
And we can go rent out a space.
I know.
And get a
yeah.
DJ.
Yeah.
Dancing, okay, school dances were fine or whatever, but nothing beats a late night dance session in New York and the East Village, Lower East Side, being in your 20s and just dancing till 4 in the morning.
Just it randomly would start at a bar sometimes.
Yes.
All of a sudden, you're this whole area it is now a dance floor.
What was it, Zebulon?
Yes, Zebulon was so fun. Oh my God. Because
Downtown
they
New
had
York?
a show, a comedy show that would sometimes turn into a dance party afterwards.
I saw, what's his face? I forget. Tom Petty. His daughter did a dance there, nude, on stage.
Wow.
Wow.
Look
I
at
used
that.
to dog sit for her.
Really?
Yeah, I used to stay in her incredible apartment and dog
Gosh,
sit her incredible
crazy.
dog.
You think
yeah.
she ever went to a school dance?
You know what? She directed Beyonce's countdown video, which is a
Really?
dance heavy video. Yeah, and
Oh,
so
wow.
I bet she did. I bet she did go to a
So
school
funny.
dance.
The one thing I did see right now is Surrey Cruise, right? Tom
Yeah.
Cruise and
She's still a baby,
Katie
right?
Heard of her? Yeah.
She is going to her school dance, and the photos of her came out, and the Papo photos, and they all said that she looks like Katie Holmes from Dawson's Creek, and she kind of does, but Katie Holmes was such a I'm Joey.
Oh God,
she was so
I
awkward.
really loved that first season.
Oh, I love that show
Yeah.
so much.
Well, if we don't have dances, then what are the kids, how are they going to get together and you learn how to dress up and socialize and have fun? What do they do? On their phones?
Yeah.
Am I an old lady?
So funny, wearing a Slipknot T-shirt and
Am I an old
and you're
How
like
did you fellow
chained.
kids? This is that outfit
The
today.
kids are in trouble.
Yeah. Dress up. Put on some heels.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do think they're probably having parties. When we first moved to New York, me and my friends, there was a bar up on 76 or something, and we'd go to it a lot, and we just kind of started feeling it was a really young crowd, but like you still had to be 21 to get in. You know, it was a bar in New York City. And then a coworker of a friend of mine was like, I don't really go to that bar. That's where I went in high school. Because he like grew up in New York.
Oh, so you can
And
lie.
so like there were like certain places that they knew they could get
Yeah.
in underage.
Yeah.
So then it's like, what is, you know, a high school dance in New York like? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I
is
don't
it at
think they're
Carnegie
having
Hall?
them.
And,
Yeah.
you know,
They're going to bars.
or maybe they're
Yeah.
just
Say you went to high school in New York, you're sneaking into bars at 16, and then you're magically transplanted to Kansas to this like prom. Do you think they would be like, or do you think it'd be like, oh my God, Americana, so interesting?
Gosh, great question. I think they'd be like, but
I
I
don't
just
think
think if they
they're-
don't have the perspective to be like Americana so interesting.
Right.
Like I think we can appreciate that
Yeah, that's
now.
true.
Like with age, we're far enough away from it where we can be like, well, this is interesting. This is like an
Right.
experiment of some kind or like some sort of
Yeah.
weird folk art. Let me look at it.
I don't care about folk art. They
Yeah.
want to do drugs.
Yeah.
I remember in
Yeah.
high school, I was looking around, and I was like, what is the aesthetic or the style right now?
Yeah.
I don't know because I'm still in it. And I remember that moment of looking around with people with chain wallets and Jinko pants and like that Y2K fashion, which was, we didn't call it that. We just called it fashion. And now you look back and you're like, oh, wow, that was such a vibe. God, this episode makes me feel so old.
so funny.
When was the last time you went out dancing?
You know what? We went dancing the other night. We didn't go
Yeah.
out dancing, but we crashed an after
Yeah,
party at
we
these weird
did.
teacher's house.
Oh my
Yes.
God, tell me about
Okay.
it.
We started at a birthday dinner, and one of the friends that was there was like, hey, I'm helping a friend of mine decorate her house for this like after fundraiser party that for the school she works for or something. And she's like, it's not a big deal, you should totally come. But the theme of the after party whatever at this woman's house was Velvet Underground. So like we just show up thinking like, oh, it's just gonna be, you know, a house party, whatever, and then it's decorated with disco balls everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, it was in Larchmont, so it was like, we gotta go see this
Yes.
house in
Was-
Larchmont.
You gotta
Nice.
see the
It
house
was a
in
nice
Larchmont.
house.
And you gotta eat the food. I'm sure that
They had
there was
Caribbean food.
They had Caribbean food.
nice.
Everybody
It
was
like-
stylish. And I was
Yes,
like,
everyone was
whoa.
dressed. There was a guy dressed like Andy Warhol. There was a moment I was outside on the phone with Ed, and they had these like Mylar balloons that were obviously just balloons, you know? And this guy is like dressed like Andy Warhol with the wig and everything. And I think he thought that the balloon was
A chair.
or something.
Oh,
And so
wow.
he literally just plops on it and then face plants on the ground. And it was like just the two of us out there. And he goes, oh, that was a bad idea. And then like struggle bust and got himself
Andy.
up. Andy. Yeah.
Andy.
And then you guys danced?
We had an open bar,
Yeah.
dance floor.
There was just, they had like moved the furniture out of the living room and
People were hot.
They had installed a disco ball in the ceiling. And
I remember there was a woman with
Yeah.
like see-through pants and a thong on, and she had
Yeah.
a very nice butt.
yeah, everybody was dressed to the nines in like disco.
Probably,
and then
like,
we
late
were in
40s.
like jeans and we still looked great, but you know.
We still look great, but we should go dancing
Yeah.
sometime.
Yeah.
I would love to go
I'd
dancing
love to go
sometime.
dancing.
And you know what I would love for us to do is to sprinkle a little school dance in there and come up with a theme that
Yeah.
we're all going to follow. Did you guys have themes at your school dances?
I
'Cause
mean, they were normally pretty like,
Normal.
you know, under the sea.
Yeah, Under the Sea was so popular.
Yeah.
Why? Or Western.
Western. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, Western. You know, it was like, yeah, I think they were just, it was like a color. It was like blue and yellow, or you know what I mean? Like, I
We
don't
got to
think-
come up with a theme for us, like space
Under the
cadets
stars.
or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Under
my
the Stars.
birthday's in July. What if we had like a prom?
Yeah, you want to do a space
Amber.
cadet themed birthday prom?
How could we do that on like a normal budget? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, we
nothing
can
crazy.
transform my garage into, we'll get a disco ball, transform my garage into a dance floor.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
That'd be fun.
We could have a little photo booth. We could
Yes.
set up a photo booth.
Yes.
I can make a thing in the back. Yeah, where you
Great.
can stand there and take pictures with it.
Yeah.
Great.
We need someone to kind of like walk around like the coach or like dad, kind
Yes.
of being like, separate.
Hey.
Hey.
12 inches.
Yeah.
Hey, but it's the chance for us to like dress up.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, but like you guys were talking about, you know, you had an adult that would come around and like
With
make
a
sure there was
ruler.
space. I mean, we were grinding.
Wow.
Oh my God, the grinding. I don't remember any chaperones being like, Stop it.
Because I feel
You know,
like if I
'cause,
saw
like-
2 kids grinding, I'd be like, ah.
I mean, I'm sure they were just like, should we stop them? I don't know. They're going to do what they're going to do.
In my mind, you're in this girls' school. You're at this dance with this boys' school. It's the first time you've seen a guy in years.
Oh my,
you know?
no, we hung out all the
Like-
time because they were football games. If it wasn't football season, it was basketball season. There was always some sporting event that we were all going to.
It was
and
just
then,
day-to-day education.
yeah, and then we would and then we'd go to the La Rosa's, the pizza place. There was a pizza place. We'd go and hang in the parking lot after football games.
You are a sitcom. Like it is.
Well,
it's Max's.
It's funny because that's where P&G, like P&G is there.
Procter and Gamble.
Where so it's a very target market area. You know, I think
interesting.
it's where a lot of brands go to test consumer products because it's
Oh.
a very middle of the road
Right.
Oh.
space.
And
I
kind
love
of like a sample of true American wheat field. What do they call
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys?
yeah.
What's that area
corn-fed?
called?
Corn husk?
Corn-fed, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we're the
Interesting.
Bible Belt,
Right.
right? And then so what's your geographic area called?
I have no clue.
I think it's something like
Middle America?
Corn.
Is it flyover? What did you say? Corn?
Corn. Corny's.
Well, this is
I
fun.
don't know.
And these are all specifically American things because you grow up thinking the world does this, but
Oh my
nobody
gosh!
else does this.
Homecoming was huge. It was the big football game, and then you'd have the dance afterward, and then it was a whole weekend, and yeah, and then college. It was all we did was go to sporting, football, basketball games together, fraternity, sorority parties.
think
Yeah,
in
y'all
Europe-
should come to a homecoming weekend.
It sounds
Okay.
incredible.
That would be really fun.
It sounds incredible.
Yeah.
I'll bring my Flaming F t-shirt.
But also yeah, sure, incredible. But I didn't have the space to experiment with my hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then you did once you got in your 20s,
Yeah,
right?
I guess once I got to New York,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of how it should be.
Yeah.
I think your brain should fully develop before you start shaving
But
your
I
head.
gotta see this haircut. you
Yeah,
have,
I'm going to
though.
show you and no one
Can't
else.
wait.
Oh, we should put it online.
You know what? Can I tell a quick story before we go that
Yeah.
has nothing to do with dance?
Yeah.
You talking about that dragon shirt reminded me of when I was in beauty school for 6 months. I was in this super country. I dropped out of beauty school. Do you know this about me?
Yeah,
Beauty
yeah,
school.
yeah.
That's me. I was in the super country part of North Carolina, not the nice liberal part I grew up in. And so I would drive an hour to go to beauty school, and there was this girl there named Mabel who was really kind of quiet and really asked me questions about my town. She was just really interested. And one day she was like, Ashley, I made a card game. Can I show you? And I was like, sure. And she brought me into the perm room, and she had these cards put out, and she was like, okay, pick one and it'll tell your fortune or something like that. And then Miss Dean, who was the head of the community college part of the beauty school, she popped her head in and she was like, Mabel, what are you doing? And Mabel was like, ah, and grabbed these cards she made and ran out. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then I got called into Miss Dean's office, and she was like, we will not tolerate witchcraft at our school.
We will not tolerate witchcraft at the beauty school.
Yeah, we will not be tolerating witchcraft at this school. And I was like, what? And I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, Mabel told me what you did. And so,
Mabel!
Yeah.
So she snitched on
She
you.
said, well, I
She
didn't
blamed
even- She
you.
blamed
She
me.
blamed you.
Yeah.
They were her cards.
They were her cards, but Mabel grew up in they went to the same church, Mabel and Miss Dean, and so it was a very Southern Baptist community. But I was also like, this is weird, and I'm dropping out. Okay,
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Well, she I guess she used you as a scapegoat because you could leave and go back to your liberal town, but
Yeah.
she would be screwed.
Exactly. But really, she just made it was, you remember these things? What is this called?
Oh, God, I love those
It was
things.
the equivalent of that, but some cards that
Yeah,
kind
you
of moved
couldn't
around.
do any of
You
that.
couldn't do any of that.
No.
She was just like, Ashley cornered me.
Yeah.
And
She pulled me into the perm room, Miss Dean.
She pulled me in the
She
perm
made
room.
me.
God, it's so crazy what that lifestyle does to your brain. It makes you crazy.
Yeah, it ain't
It
right.
makes you crash out at 42.
Yeah.
But we're not doing that. We're having a great time discussing dances.
Yes. And we're all
Yeah,
having
that
a
is
great
true.
hair day.
Yeah.
Anything
and
else? Yeah.
the brighter side is that we're going to have a dance for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yes.
going to be in Julie's backyard. And what do you want your theme to be?
Yeah, what do you want the theme to be?
I don't know. And I'm going to end this on a little brag.
Mm.
But when gosh, it's been a few years, but in 2019, 19, yes, I could fit into my prom dress still.
Wow.
So I still have my prom dress. I
Ooh.
could fit into it. I doubt I can now,
You might.
but
Give it a try.
Yeah.
what if?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And if
What
you
if-
can't, let's all go shopping.
If you can't, let's all point and laugh
really
at
want to
us.
do that.
We could I'm sure there's tons of prom dresses at like Goodwill
Yeah,
and thrift
thrift
stores.
stores.
Yes.
Yeah,
Find
I
some
really
fun.
want to do that.
Yeah, that'll be a lot
That'll
of fun.
be great.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Okay.
Anything else you want to add, Julie?
No.
Okay.
Party.
Anything else?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Ashley underscore
yeah.
Brooke underscore Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Julie?
can follow me at Canarda _Bayback.
All right, I'm Amber Smelson. I also host a show every Friday, 7 o'clock at the Clubhouse in California, Los Angeles, if you ever want to come by.
Ooh, come
That's
by.
right. It's fun.
Oh, also, I want to say, okay, a few episodes ago, I made a comment about how I very carelessly said that people in the middle of the country are not doing activist work, and all
What?
of
I
this
remember
stuff.
that.
And there was some comments about it, but this whole thing of the people in Wisconsin like fighting to get this animal testing facility closed is very inspiring and very cool, and I just think they're incredible. All of the people protesting
I love
and
that.
trying to get this center closed.
You're saying you were wrong.
I'm saying I was wrong,
And you apologize to
I'm
Wisconsin.
so sorry.
I didn't even remember.
So
but-
sorry, Wisconsin
I
and
remember.
people of the
No, I
world.
Well, this has been The Brighter Side. Thank you for tuning in and listening. We're on YouTube
And
now.
watching on YouTube.
Yay! So tune in next week, and we'll be back for what are we talking about? Assholes. All right, stay positive. We love you. Bye.